Okay, today's a doozy. Do you have something that you really, really want? Maybe it's a feeling. Maybe you don't want to feel stuck anymore. Maybe you want freedom. Maybe you just want to feel good. Or maybe you have these actual, like, tangible goals. Like, I really do feel like I need to be close to the ocean and I need to be able to go out in the morning and put my toes in the sand. I really feel that way. I feel like if I could wake up in the morning and have my coffee and my breakfast overlooking the ocean, I just feel really, really drawn to that. I came back home from California where I was able to get on the beach and all of that stuff, and it did feel just as divine as I knew it would, and just how amazing it is every single time. And I'm like, okay, I'm going to be happy in my hot desert house. Like, I am going to find joy and contentment. And I really have. Like, I really have. Like, I am so happy right now at my house. And I am going through these giant life changes. I am learning about myself. And all of these things are happening. And some of them are really, really hard. I'm going through some business things with my other business. Every business has its things, okay? The grass is not always greener. My virtual assistant business, though, I feel so incredibly great about my mission and about how we're helping people. I feel amazing with that one. My gyms, oh my goodness, they're amazing too. So much amazing things about the community and all of that. But there are some really hard things, kind of always in the last 20 years, that accompany having brick and mortar, owning a building, et cetera, et cetera. And so I'm dealing with those things, and I have to do a lot of what I call business vegetables every day, and I'm working towards my freedom. So I don't do anything in the gyms, but there's still a lot of kind of just stress, things that hang over my head, things that if something really bad did happen, that I would be the person responsible. And so I'm trying to take on partners so that I'm not the person responsible for that. I put 20 years of my life into it. It's time to have somebody else take over the flag, so to speak. With all of that, I've been finding joy in the process. Like yesterday, yes, when I was doing some of these things that I had no idea how to do, I did kind of feel like just hiding under my desk at one point, but then I was able to change my mindset and get back into, okay, what's the next step? What's the next step? Let me check that little thing out. I brought out some old Post-it notes because it felt good to just write down all the steps I had to take to be able to get my freedom, basically. And I put them on Post-it notes, and I'm checking them off one at a time, and I'm enjoying the process of checking them off. But the other big topic I wanted to talk about is there have been things in my life that I wanted before, that I wrote down, that I was like, I'm going to manifest, I'm going to make this happen. And then I did, and it still didn't feel good. And I will transparently share one of those things. So the first time that I became a 7-figure entrepreneur, I didn't even know I did until I did my taxes. And that was before getting into all of these organizations and masterminds and things where you have to be a 7-figure entrepreneur in order to get in. And when the pandemic hit and the gyms went down below 7 figures, I had this thing that I really wanted to be in, and you had to make 7 figures to be in it. And I made that my goal, and I was so I was going for it. And then when I finally did it and I was able to get in, what happened was all of a sudden I was with all of these other people, and there's been some amazing people there. Like, you can't just put everybody in a box, but let me just tell you my feelings, like what came out of me. It has nothing to do with them. But what came out of me was, okay, you reached that one, and now there's another level, and now there's another level, and the levels never end. And to what point? Like, I can feel good and be happy. I can go to the beach right now. I could drive there. It's 5 hours away. Like, what do I actually need in my life? And why am I paying so much money to be a part of something that I always just kind of feel bad? I feel guilty that I am not doing this. I feel guilty that I'm not volunteering to be on the board. Like, I feel bad for not doing this. And that is on me. That is not on them. If any of you guys are in that organization and you're watching this and you're like, come on, Julie, like, I know you guys are great. Okay. It's me. It's not you. It's me. No, but seriously. And I'm just realizing that when I take the time to meditate, which I have been doing faithfully every day. And I take the time to check in with myself. And when I stay off of social media and I stay out of the crazy, wild online race, like I've just been spending time on YouTube. And on YouTube, I feel like we have deeper relationships. Like my friends, the channels that I watch on YouTube, we get to know each other. We see the good, the bad, the ugly. It's like long form content. It's stuff that I can put up while I'm cleaning my house, things like that. When I'm on Instagram, I don't do TikTok, but I have, and like I've tried it in the past to see what the fuss was all about. And it's like you are in it and you're scrolling and you're getting these hits of dopamine that become impossible to get when you're just living your life, because they say that in real life you have to walk like maybe 50 feet or something to get somewhere, to see something new. On Instagram and TikTok, you see something new, like, I don't know, like a bunch of new things every single second, and it's hard for real life to compete with that. And so on YouTube, like you do have the scroll, but the scroll is seeing what you want to get into. It's like, which friends do I want to make today and learn more about? I sound so silly. And then I'm able to learn things on YouTube. I'm not trying to convince you to get on YouTube, but what I'm saying is I have been kind of out of the organizations. There's one organization which I still play in, and it's beautiful because that organization, they want you to be free and to be happy. And they're like, it doesn't matter if you're 7 figures. It just doesn't matter. We'll help you try to get there if you want, but it doesn't matter. And you can participate in everything regardless. And it's called the Dames, and I love them. And it's a very safe space. And so I'm still in that one. And what my question is what do you want, first of all? Like, what are your dreams? What are your hopes? What are your goals? Like, what are you working towards? And then my next question is, if it was just you, and maybe those that are just the most closest to you, what do you want? If nobody would ever see you or know about what you did, regardless of what you were able to get. So here's what I'm trying to say. Like, the whole 7-figure thing, it's like I wanted to be a part of that community. Well, there's a lot of people who aren't a part of that community who are 7 figures that I'm friends with, or 8 figures, or, higher that I'm friends with. I don't need that community to, like, I kind of felt like if I was in that circle of people, then I would learn more and I would be a part of something bigger. And it is, and it's great. But what I learned was it's never a dollar amount that helps you get the secrets to life and to business either. Because there are people who are making 6 figures and they are profiting more. They have a better quality of life than people who are making 7. So it's not about that. It's about what you're able to do with what you have. And it's about like I don't want to have a big business and have a ton of responsibilities anymore. And that's why I'm taking on partners at the gyms, and it'll be so nice, and I'll still be the owner, but I'll have partners. And I have partners in my Northwest, and it feels absolutely amazing. In one of my locations, it's just the other 2, I need partners there. And yeah, it's because I don't want to have this giant thing that is inflexible, that is so hard, that I have to constantly be responsible for. And instead, I want to be able to minimize my responsibilities. I am thinking minimalist. I'm not there by any stretch of the imagination. But every day as I use things, I look at things next to those things that I'm using that I'm not using. For example, I have so many cup, half cup, quarter cup measuring cups. I don't need all those. And so I made a bag of all the kitchen things that are just replicas that I don't need, so I can donate them. And in my businesses, what do I actually need? I need to feel good. I need to be in my zone of genius. It's not that I need to be completely free and have no responsibilities, because I've been there. I've gotten myself to the point where I was completely free and had no responsibilities, and I was not happy, because it feels good to be helpful. It feels good to be a part of something. But in my businesses, being in my zone of genius, and I'm there in my virtual assistant business. I get to be on strategy calls and brainstorming calls. There's still there's always things, right? But I'm so happy in that business. I feel so good. And so I think what we're coming to here is what actually makes you happy, instead of What do you see in other people's lives that make you feel like you want that too, but really that's not the source of our happiness, because the source of our happiness is really how would we feel. So if we want the beach house or we want whatever we want, do we really want that, or do we just want the feeling that we feel like we're going to have when we have that? Well, we want the feeling. Well, how can we get that feeling? Do I need to own the beach house? No, I don't need to own the beach house. Do I actually even need a beach house? Could I just have a camper van where I back up to the beach and pay for one of those parking spots? Probably. I could probably get everything that I want in a different way, and I can have those feelings in a different way. And even when I'm in the mountains, I feel great. I could go to the mountains today. There's mountains an hour and a half, hour away. So what do you really want? How are you going to get there? And what are all the things in your life that make you feel bad? Who are the people that you see that kind of just make you feel bad? They make you feel like you should be doing something. They should on you, as we say. Don't should on each other. Or what are the things in your life that just kind of weigh you down? And what are the next steps you can take to kind of free yourself, to make yourself lighter? And sometimes I have to tell on myself, I guess 21 years ago, I was in such a state of, I think you could call it depression, because I didn't want to get out of bed and I didn't want to do anything, that just brushing my teeth, making my bed, things like that were just so hard. And I just started with the tiny things, literally making my bed, just trying to organize myself, fixing my credit, getting myself out of debt, just like one little tiny thing at a time. And fast forward to today, I am so far removed. Like I used to not, I didn't work out. I ate so bad. Like we're talking all of the fast food all day. I'd rarely cook at home. And I don't want to say bad. I don't want to make anything bad or good. But let's just say that I didn't do things that made me feel good. And it's literally taken 21 years to get to today, where I have some habits on lock. And what are the habits you have on lock? We've got to celebrate how far we've come. And I do love like masterminds and things like that. One of the things I loved about the organization, like the 7-figure organization I'm a part of, is that every month we write down the top things in our life that are happening and the bottom things, and then the top things in business and the bottom things. And it's this reminder of how far we've come each month, and it feels really, really good to appreciate each other and appreciate ourselves for those wins. And that's something that we don't do in life. But just looking at your life right now, how far have you already come? And just be so thankful for that. And when we're so thankful for that, like whatever we focus on expands. I truly, truly believe that. And if we're focusing on that, then we make more progress, we have more motivation. They say that you need to feel successful in order to be motivated. We need to celebrate those tiny wins and feel successful in something in order to be motivated. That's why making your bed every morning is such a powerful thing. There's a TED Talk or some graduation ceremony thing about it. And it's true. You have that win first thing in the day, and it gives you that momentum and that motivation for the other things. So, all of that being said, how are you doing? What are the things that you're going for in your life? It's also okay to have no idea what you want. And the times in my life where I didn't know what I wanted, I didn't know what would make me feel good, it's because I was so overly programmed and so overly stimulated. And that's one of the reasons why a meditation practice feels so good, is because it helps us escape that overstimulation. No matter what you believe, meditating, being quiet, it helps us get that perspective, and it really just helps us start to get clarity on the things in life that we want to go for. Okay, tying this up. What are the things in your life that you're going to do? What are the tiny action steps that you're going to do? I wrote all the action steps I needed to do on Post-it notes and ordered them by the next one I'm going to do. And yes, I have a Notion. Yes, I've had Monday.com. Yes, I've had ClickUp. I've had all those things. But there is something so therapeutic about putting Post-it notes on my desk or on my wall and moving them around and putting giant check marks and coloring them in highlighter when you have something big that you're working towards. It's not the most effective project management system when you're involving other people. That's why it's just for me and my personal goals. Okay, if this video felt good to you, I'd love for you to subscribe. I would love to hear from you. I'd love to hear how you're doing. If you don't know what to comment, you can say, I love Zoe, my little puppy. If you want to, you can say that. And then the algorithm will find more beautiful people like you. I would love that. Okay, bye. We've got this. We've got this.